Okay. Um,
Hello.
hello. You want to do the intro? I'll do it.
You do it. Go ahead.
Should have talked about this like 2 seconds ago. Yeah. Hi. Welcome to like another stream of the campaign that we're gonna do today. Gonna play the last two missions.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You can watch.
Sorry for the break.
Sorry for the break. We're just building up anticipation. Okay. Well, let's begin.
Good.
Yeah, to those who watch
yeah,
this in like
we're joined, of
2
course,
years
by,
on YouTube.
Forgot. It's Harry/Fudge is here.
Indeed.
Of course, as always, and Haldir/Alex is here. And of course, Dunedain Ranger/Kyle is here, and I am also here, and I will not say my own name. So
No. The other one.
Hello.
yes.
So I should know this. We're definitely just starting off with Helm's Deep, right? That is where we are.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Yep. Nope.
Yes.
That is
we
where we are.
We did Osgiliath. That's good because I wonder how long this will take us. I mean, we're definitely bound to crash, I presume. With all this going on in the background, there's no way we're going to make it through this level without crash, right?
No, you don't jinx it. You've already jinxed it. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, I
you
made
said
it.
it. You said it.
Yeah. Start. You know?
What happens now?
You said it. You said it ironically, so I think we're safe.
Oh my god. No, I'm pretty. I guess I didn't play through it yet. Oh well. It'll be fine.
This is the one you didn't play through. Okay, well, you did play through it, but not like testing it, right?
Yeah, not testing it to see if it doesn't crash, but whatever. If it crashes, it
there's a lot to
crashes.
say
I'll
about
just
this
make sure to save.
Yeah, that guy had that great tip about zooming in somewhere obscure and saving there. That might work.
Yeah, wasn't that Elod? I think that was Elod's advice.
Maybe it was.
It's a good
It's funny
idea.
because that's basically
trying.
what I've always done to make sure there's no lag in a game. I just like look.
Yeah, I've zoomed in before. I never thought about with saving though. It's an interesting thought.
Oh, I have to point out, note the horrible Photoshop job. On the
The
background,
code stamping.
clone stamp. It's a clone stamp
Yeah.
right there.
Oh,
On the background,
right.
it's doubled up.
Who did that?
How the hell did that get through in production? I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
it's so bad.
Oh wow, yeah, no,
I've
you're
never
right. Oh,
noticed
okay.
that,
So we need
yeah.
to talk over this again, right? We need to talk over
Yeah,
the cutscene, the scene cuts.
So is your arm hurt yet? Look, there's another horrible clone stamp thing again. It's right there. It's in the
All
film.
fine.
Absolutely
Nothing
terrible.
hurts.
Yeah. Oh, look,
Look at
it's
him go.
just children.
Children. It's children. There's some
I wish
Rohans.
I remembered,
Look at how worn those shields are. Look at those. Look at the
because
armor.
I
They got sticks.
I made a prop, a gate prop for this map, and I had to make the gate from scratch, and it's really not my best texture. It's actually kind of shit. We'll see that in game soon.
Hey, look, you made that model
it is
too.
pretty fucking shit. But if I had that scene where it opens, it would not have been so shit. I would have had a really good reference. I had no good references.
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
There's this shot that hasn't aged very well with all the CGI puppets.
Oh, those tents.
Yeah, those tents that float.
Yeah.
They're showing their age,
dated.
aren't they?
Yeah, it's a bit dated, but that's okay.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Right.
Open war is upon you. All Isengard is emptied.
Can we talk over this stuff?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Sure, it's fine.
The long old cutscene to be quiet during.
Because this is a model that I made on stream, the Theoden model, an armored one, and while I was making this, I completely forgot that we weren't spoiling anything for the campaign. And I was making it for the campaign. I was just making it on stream, like, da-di-da-di-da. We never mentioned it, of course. It was for that. But then after I just put up a lie, no, it's not for the campaign, it's for skirmish, because someone asked.
Oh.
And it did get put into skirmish, of course. But that's not why I was making it.
It looks so much better once he was added in. You know.
Yeah.
It's nice. I mean, it was a bit of a bitch, obviously, for us in terms of switching the costumes around, but it did look a lot better. You know.
Mostly for you.
And it looks. Yeah, true.
Very gracious of you to say us, Harry.
Yes, thank you. I did nothing.
It was a big team effort.
Yeah.
Very big.
Look at that shit gate.
This was. Judging your own gate. I guess we've got so much to talk about with this model, because I think Matt started this. It must have been like April of last year. It was something like that.
Yes.
You know, where he put the first.
Yeah, God.
first bid up, wasn't it?
Mhm. Well,
Which must have been this area. It wasn't the keep, was it? I don't think.
I think
It wasn't the
I
interior.
think it was the rocks. I could be wrong, of course. The cliffs,
Oh,
I think.
maybe it was the
something
rocks.
we worked on. Yeah, yeah. But this
They were going to be incorporated into the model.
this is basically like a collective modeling effort. It was made by. I don't think it's everything. I think everything was made by man. Like some things were made by a model from a different modding community, and this was like supposed to be Helm's Deep that all kinds of mods would be able to use. There's like this some weird collective effort. I'm not sure
Yes,
exactly what
I
it was.
remember that.
But then, of course, this in the end was edited to such a degree that, yeah, it was changed completely because it had to accommodate a mission.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the famous line.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it just looks incredible.
Yeah, look at this shot.
Yeah,
Wait, it's surprising to think it's Battle for Middle-earth, isn't it? You know, when you see it like that,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah. This is going to be a difficult mission to talk about because there's so much for me to say about this.
There's a lot
There's a
there,
lot.
isn't there? It was
There's
a
a
long
lot.
development, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I remember thinking about it, you know, way back during Fellowship of the Ring, we were talking some level about Helm's Deep, how to do it, you know. Not very much detail, but we were talking about it, and I was thinking about how we're going to do this bloody level, you know.
yeah.
There we go.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll just kind of like this is a big thing that we decided on. We'll have a very long grace period, I guess. Where, like you can walk around Helm's Deep because we knew we were going to spend. Well, we knew from the start. I think. Well, I knew. I hoped that we weren't going to use the vanilla map. I was really hoping for a custom Helm's Deep.
Yeah, if we didn't have to.
No, yeah, exactly. If the stars aligned, which thankfully they did. And I really wanted to have a sequence where you could just walk around and just look at things and just realize that even though you're not going to really use much of this in the mission, you can like traverse the whole keep.
Yeah.
You can go inside things, you can look around. With the windows, actually look out at something.
Look, Crabine.
Yes, I think that was a late edition. Weren't those
That was a late edition.
Yeah.
Something, yeah, you asked what. Just easy enough to put in, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A nice detail.
Yeah.
There we go. Wee.
We.
I remember Matt when he was making this, when we had an early, well, rough layout of the actual pieces. I remember taking the Third Age game because they had a map layout of their Helm's Deep, which is, I guess, just the model from the film adapted on some levels. I remember hearing that, overlaying that into World Builder somehow. I can't remember how I did it now, and, yeah, and then piecing this out to sort of match that as closely as possible. I never had to do any texturing work in this because Alex took all of that off my hands, thank God, because I was not interested in doing that. I was like, oh, God, I don't want to try and attempt to redo that, you know, or any of the river work or anything. I think all I did was very basic terrain and was it, wasn't it? I can't remember now. Now I think about it.
I think so. I think he put in the rocks. Was that you? That was already done. The sort of the cliffs around the edges. Someone
Maybe,
did it.
yeah.
That wasn't me. Yeah.
Oh, that,
But
no,
yeah, it
yeah,
was
maybe I did do that,
untextured.
yeah. That's right, just a big empty void. So much of Helm's Deep was made in a big empty void, you know, and tested in that, you know. Try and get everything together because the model took quite a long time to build and to get working. Cause we had I mean, the problems we had with passability, as you'd expect, you know.
Yeah.
Something so narrow and so
nightmare.
cramped.
Yeah, and any
Bound
book
to
report
happen.
we've subsequently gotten, there's like one or two people saying, yeah, there's like a slight possibility thing. I just ignore it. Like I don't care. I don't want to play it anymore because
Compared to
oh
we've
my
done everything one could.
God, the amount of work and frustration that went into making sure that this was essentially completely pathable.
Yeah, it was.
That's fair enough to say, right? There's some bits, well, it's pathable, but it doesn't look too great.
They have passed.
Oh, this was a late edition as well.
Like wind in the meadow.
Do you remember? He just had this as text. Or
Behind
It was the whole text was quite late. I think the whole thing came in one go because he was the only person who didn't say anything. Somebody,
no,
I can't
I
remember who
don't think
suggested.
so. I think the text was there.
Maybe he
Well, I think I wrote that very early
okay.
on. Back when I was like daydreaming about what they could say, I just wrote it down. But this had text, and we were like, "Why do we have text? We have this exact quote. We can just
It's true. Although I did speed the quote up. I remember from the film.
You did, yeah.
And tried to match the pitch or whatever because it drags on quite a long time. As nice as it is.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I think it really ties the whole thing together. It's a nice little centerpiece. And let's talk about the spear throwers, of course. This is an exclusive unit.
Exclusive campaign unit, yeah.
I thought it was going to be a lot of work to make.
They exist anywhere.
Yes.
Yep, they do on the fortress, on the
Yes.
Rohan fortress. Yeah, that was always.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've always
They
been
for all
there.
rope then. Yeah. That's cool.
We completely forgot they existed too. Like when we came up with that idea.
Yeah.
Well, you need them because before that, because obviously they're incredibly important for taking out battering rams. Before that, it was quite difficult. You really needed a hero there to actually do any real damage to them.
Yeah, I remember you had to have like
tanks.
Legolas at like a specific spot, like on the wall.
You can target everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Most things.
Needs to be in his god position to really do much damage.
Yeah.
Do you remember first when the map was in a somewhat playable state, even when it was a bit of a void? Do you remember first running around in it with Arion? Because I really enjoyed doing that when it was first, in game, and you could look about. And listen again, that was a lot of fun. That was a really exciting moment,
Yeah, it was realizing that, like, oh, we can actually go in here, and there's a little hall here.
Yeah, this
Oh,
connects
bone
to
is
that.
there,
Yeah,
and it was like, oh, this
absolutely.
is very nerdy for me. I liked it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, even putting these peasants in and all these ambient civilians was really nice, to able to populate it with all this stuff. And, I'm sure I don't know what it was like.
The thing that really, really made it for me was the light map. Like when that got added to like the
when that was
like,
that,
oh
yeah.
my god, that looks good. Wow, couldn't believe it. Yeah.
It always does, doesn't it?
It does make a big difference.
Yeah.
This one has a very nice light map. It's probably it looks to me when you look at it, one of the most complex, and that it has a lot of varying degrees of shadow and stuff on the cliffs, and it does a lot of work around the cliffs, not just to the inside of the building as well, if I'm not mistaken, Alex.
Yeah, but I get some of that stuff is sort of, I guess, a little bit random. It's sort of easy just to paint that stuff, and it sort of works. Sort of it's around the internal areas where you sort of really need to be precise about how light or how dark it is. But for the rest of it, you can kind of just paint shadow splodges, and it looks pretty realistic. But yeah, I did try and get that shadowy gorge sort of look to match the films.
Yeah, it's a very close match for me. The light and just the sound. I remember when the sounds were added in, actually.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things you had pretty much last. You just forget about sounds when you're making the map. But yeah, I guess they did make a difference on a map like this, which is quite quiet. At the beginning, there's no sound. It's creepy and absent. Yeah,
I adore this map. Like I really do. Like it's one of those things. Like I could have never imagined in a million years, like some years ago, we'd be able to do this.
Yeah,
my mind. It really does.
To work as well as it does. Yeah. This was a very fun. This was the first. Oh no, that's not true actually. A lot of Helm's Deep, because we were waiting on the model for so long. A lot of Helm's Deep was actually designed on just a completely different map, just as like chunks that I could then import individually and connect them all together. But when we first had the complete map, or an early prototype of it, this was the first thing I worked on, putting all these text speeches in and all these random civilians, and that was a lot of fun. That was some of the most fun, And yeah, just wandering around the characters, enjoying it.
What impresses me about this whole Helm's Deep thing as well, if you see the texture for it, like it's just a bunch of bricks, basically. And just the way, the way it's modeled and especially unwrapped, like it's like the way they're like cut into the material to make it like feel like there is a curve in the road, or but there isn't any. Like, the texture is just a bunch of bricks. For the most part, there's some elements that have some light baked into it, like especially on the keep. The front of the keep has that.
Right, I see.
But I really enjoy this. That's all math. That is an insane amount of work. That is an insanely difficult task, and frustrating. It's annoying because there's no amount of skill that's going to make that go fast. You just need to sit down and just do it piece by piece, piece by piece.
Well, I mean, this was
amazing.
his major contribution to this one, wasn't it? You know, it just took up all this time, pretty much,
Yeah.
trying to put this together over time to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
to work.
He's just a genius at these sort of things too.
Yeah.
These kind of maps and these kind of sets.
Just
What he
line
does
up
best.
perfectly. It's bizarre, isn't it? Yeah. When they don't, it tends to be your fault. As the person in world builder putting it in the wrong spot, and he knows. He goes, "No, you've put this in the wrong place." You know, that's why it doesn't look very good. You've got no excuse.
None. Oh, can't we
So
just
the-
keep it
the
there?
plan-
Can we just keep it like that? No. No, you can't.
Go ahead, Alex.
I was going to say the plan. So the plan was there was originally going to be the glittering caves in this, right?
Yes.
That was going to be part of the mission.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, it was.
It was when Matthias, I'm sure you remember, it was in the first lockdown. Again, it was probably about April. We had a day of just laying out Helm's Deep thoughts and ideas and things. And a lot of this plan came together. And yeah, that was in there then. Even then, I think we were like, we'll see if that pans out. I mean, glittering caves, cutting back
Felt
and forth
iffy from
and
the
everything,
start.
you know.
Yeah.
It did. It was like, well, we'll put it in there, and then if we don't want to, remove it. You know.
Yeah.
Even that,
The reason
I
is
can't
like,
imagine what it would like.
a big thing we decided on very early on was, okay, this mission, we're not going to give the player freedom. We're going to give them freedom in the beginning. They can walk around and look at things, and but after that, we need to tell a story. So he's just going to have to do what
That's true.
the mission is. Because in BFME 1, you can play this in all sorts of ways. You can open, you can keep the gate open, and just kill everything coming through the gate. Like, that was never going to work for us because we have like things we want to do and say with the mission. And so
Can't control.
Take away their freedom. Just do it.
Completely. It was like restrict the freedom
Linear.
in the benefit of improving the overall experience. Yeah,
Yes.
at that cost, which was completely the right call. You know, that was so much of planning this mission in my head was how are we going to do this where we can control what's going on across
How
such
do
a
we
big
prevent them from
battle.
breaking everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do. You go, what if they spawn something outside? What if they open the gate? What if they, I don't know. There's all
Don't
these
let 'em.
ways you think. Don't let them do it if we cannot.
Yeah.
It means everybody's going to have the same experience. Nobody's going to find the cheese per se, where it's like, oh no, I'll just open the gate and close it 8 times, and they'll get completely confused. Which wouldn't be very enjoyable for anybody.
Yeah, and that's why the glittering caves mentioned were cut, because if you want to make it linear, then you have to then cut away. You have to force them to be in those caves. You completely break up all tension.
Yeah.
Because that's what this mission is really good at. I think it's ramping up the tension. Like, it starts off very peaceful. You're putting things on the wall, and you're like, oh.
And you have plenty of time to do it. You have plenty of time to
all
set
time in the
yourself
world.
All
up.
the time in the
I
world.
love that.
Yes, it's very different from BFME 1 where you have a timer. It's a pretty gracious timer, but even then, like,
Yeah.
I want to see Helm's Deep. Like, I want to look around Helm's Deep. Like, that was one of the, because that design note was something that like the Third Age game did. I can't remember if we talked about this already, but yeah.
No, not much, I think.
But
of course, that idea was totally lifted from the Third Age game, because they have that.
Completely, yes, because
Yeah.
they have the most
Slow
detailed
build.
Helm's Deep. They're the most detailed Helm's Deep model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same model,
Wonderful.
isn't it? Something like that, I think. Maybe that's something I heard, but
They had like all the film references that they could.
Yeah, they had like full access to the
Yeah.
plans and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we then, base our things on that, then you get a very, very close
Yes.
representation.
it's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let me get Aragorn.
Got a nice setup here with all your guys.
Oh yeah, this is when I always start doing that. Because the key to this mission is to micro early and put your
That's true.
guys where you
That's
want them to
true.
go when you
Yeah.
where you need them.
I guess that comes with playing it a few times. You can't expect a new person to know.
A few,
Definitely.
yeah, definitely a few. I wonder. I don't know how many times I played this with all those.
Oh, you had to play a
remember
lot.
the save crashes that we used to have, or when we attacking the wall. Oh my
right.
god!
Well, that was
I don't
the
know
thing.
how
This
many
level was
times.
this level was the level I wanted to do first in the campaign to get out of the way, but it was actually one of the last ones we finished.
Yeah.
And it suffered a bit from plans developing over time. So this level was all about trying to make a system I could control to deal with all these troops in the map as best I could. As you add things and take things away, you deal with all the edge problems. And you had this weird thing which eventually realized that, this massive urukai. I found out eventually that we're attempting to do two things at once, and that systematic.
It's just like,
It's like hard-lined.
A syntax error or something.
The game. Yeah, but the only way you can spot that is by playing the game with the debugger on, and in the last fraction of a moment before it spots it, try and spot the name of a script you think that shouldn't be playing, and that's it. That's all you've got to go on. You think,
Give
oh
me
shit!
just 1 second. You guys can keep talking. I will be right back. 1 sec.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Yeah.
No problem. You go for
While
it.
we're waiting, I'll say hello to Matt, who's watching in the chat.
Oh, what's
Matt
up?
actually
He's saying hello. He says, "G'day, Fudge and Howdy."
Hello.
So Kyle and Matthias, I don't know what to say,
Yeah.
but
That's
His moment of
fine.
glory, I
That's
guess.
fine. I'm used to this treatment. But
Imagine
it's like a lot of these streams are all about like trying to communicate, like implicitly trying to communicate to people that watch, like, do you understand how much work this is? Like, do you have an idea?
are you not entertained?
Yes, do you get it yet?
It is true. Yeah, I guess you point out all the heartache, But do you remember how the first image we showed of Helm's Deep back at Christmas, teased of the Hornberg,
Yeah.
and it was you think that was so different to where it ended up, because at that stage we didn't have a deeping wall, things had to get moved around to deal with
I love that.
choke points,
Didn't have a
and
deeping
none
wall.
of it was actually passable. It was all just hidden terrain. So you think the whole thing was a sham.
Yes. I remember that very well. Yeah. It was just
It wasn't even textured. It wasn't even textured at all, so it had to be angled, so you couldn't see any of the ground because there was nothing on it. It's classy.
I changed the way that I was streaming onto our Discord, so it takes up less memory because I was getting some lag, and it fixed it.
All right, that makes sense.
Fixed it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very
So
well
a bit
done.
less laggy. So
Yeah, I was noticing that.
Which was a very nice room. You did all of this, Alex, didn't you? I don't think I did any proper decoration on this level whatsoever.
yeah, this armor.
I filled it with stuff.
I'm very impressed that I got away with not having to do Rohan weapon racks somehow.
The thought. How'd that happen?
I don't know. I just never brought it up. Nobody
Oh,
asked.
you did do those flags. That helped a lot.
Yes,
That's true.
Yeah.
Look at these new costumes for
I
these
was.
two, eh?
Yeah, we got the Helm's Deep costume is finally back
Yeah.
in. He's holding Andoril.
You bloody should.
Didn't fuck up his
I
costume.
love that all the peasants turn around as well.
Yes.
And then awkwardly turned back away like nothing happened.
I didn't hear that. And they just get to make up. We had a whole debate about how we were going to do this.
We?
Yes, we did. Okay, so to have a fight, but then you need to make up. We need to have the fight, but then they need to make up. How are we going to do that? We're going to cut back? Like, how the hell are we going to do that? Fuck it. We'll just immediately make up.
Look at this. I love this bit, with these elves you made as well, with the hoods,
Mm-hmm.
This came out to be one of my favourite moments of the whole thing.
We're going to have them walk in.
I wonder if people
that
even
would have took
noticed that.
forever. Did you remember that?
No, I don't remember.
I
that.
remember.
Yeah.
I remember talking
Further
about
back or something.
What's that?
No, we wanted them to walk because they have walking animations.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Except for Haldir. Haldir's
Yeah, I
not.
understand. Oh. Even added the little sound when they turn. I remember that was one of the late editions as well, because it wasn't there.
Yeah.
It's such a, I don't know. It's worth doing, I guess, if we get the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Should have put the kneeling animation in just for old time's sake.
No. Good
Elves
there,
don't
Igor.
have that. If only they did. They'd have it. Your stream muted, Carl, or I'm just being stupid.
What's up?
Your stream muted? Or am I just
Yeah, it
being
has
dumb?
no. The Discord one has no audio.
That's fine then. Cool. That's fine.
Yes.
As long as I'm not being stupid.
No, it's okay. You're not being stupid, Harry.
Yeah, yeah.
Not this. I mean, not this time at least. But
Not right now. Not right this moment.
You have
I said nothing.
Look, the stream is young.
Yeah, we got a long way to go. Yeah. It'll be less brutal than those early streams we had where it would change in the balance as George was playing it. Those were quite fun. George would play it and he'd be like, this is unwinnable. And I'd run over to the computer, quickly change a bunch of things. And
stop
he'd
chopping
just
your
restart.
veggies, then you'd run over to the computer real quick.
That's right. I would. I'd be like, hang on, love, I've got to stop dinner and quickly go, change 3 lines of code or script or something stupid like that. Push that live.
I've had these conversations as well. It's so weird. Yeah, you're like, yeah, hang on. Like, there's some drama unfolding in the Discord server. I gotta ban a guy, otherwise it's gonna be really shitty.
Yeah.
So I have to quickly
That's why
run out
dinner's
to
gonna
my
be
little office and like go to the Discord and ban somebody and come back to watch the film I'm watching.
Oh my god.
That's great. That's not just me. See, I still put Legolas up on that little, I don't know what you'd call it, that little parapet or something like that.
Parapet, yeah.
You know, up on the main. He's got good reach from there to hit the wall and the causeway from there. I don't think it's so necessary now. You've got these spear throws, and you've got quite a few spear throws, haven't you?
Yes.
Bulked out.
Hope so. Gotta get those weird. It is. We do mention it in the string, by the way. People are like, how do we know?
Yes.
It says. They're good against siege.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a
But
tip. There's also a hint that pops up, I think, to instruct people about that. Yeah, there's a tip. And what about peasants repairing the gate? All kinds of stuff. Loads of stuff.
Yeah.
Make
We're
sure
very
to
kind,
always
aren't we?
press S. Make sure to always press S when you select all your archers. That's extremely important. Come here, elves. S. Never move.
This was so much. This was such a fun level to do audio for. I spent ages gathering all the audio from everywhere to put it all together. All the dialogue. There's so much dialogue, especially I guess the Two Towers game in particular gave us loads of stuff.
Of course. It has all those.
Adding all the little
Yeah.
all the back and forth. It's just a lot of fun to put that all in. And I love how Lego Games gave us Aragon's all of his Elvish commands. We have him actually, shouting out all that stuff on the wall, which I think is some of my favourite.
Didn't you send me like a list of those things?
I asked you to
You're
translate
like, you
them.
translate this shit because I don't know what this means.
I didn't want to put the wrong thing, him yell, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I would have called you out on
Right.
it for sure if you had.
Exactly. I was like, there's no point. I may as well get this now. And somebody would be like, I have no idea. Just put it anywhere. I'd be like, cool.
Yeah, there's like this list that like people did when the films were coming out on the internet. It's like because I don't. Disclaimer: I don't speak Elvish. I'm not that nerdy about Lord of the Rings. I don't speak Elvish. I know some words, of course.
Yeah.
Melon. Hey, did you know that one?
Yeah, you've got that one. Yeah. Have you ever heard, Carl? There's actually, I don't know if I think you have to have the ambient audio way up, but you can actually hear the army slowly kind of approach from the distance.
You can kind of hear
as
it.
it gets
Yeah,
closer. Can you? Oh, that's good. Because I couldn't get any good army walking sounds. That was the only problem. There's no real clean audio you can pull for that.
No.
Would have had
there
them
is not.
quite loudly marching in. Disappointingly.
You could get that audio if you wanted to.
I tried.
Well, not from that, but from any other source. You could have like army marching.
Yeah.
It might sound out of place somehow because it's just a different sound. What you know from the film, so it might not be like that. Plus, they're not marching.
And people would then criticize it because it's not from the film.
Well,
that's true.
Why did you not use the
Maybe.
sound for that?
Maybe they would.
I mean,
Wouldn't put it past them.
We get to see Arun's fantastic holding animation he made for this, and that Max coded for me.
Oh yeah, I've never really
Yeah.
noticed this myself.
You know,
I don't
it's quite
play.
good.
No.
It was quite late. It would have been after all of our major tests, so
Yeah.
probably seen it at the time. You play this level an awful lot.
a lot.
This is your favorite, right?
This is my favourite one. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Because I spent a long time thinking about it, and how. I mean, I planned all this system out with these
Carousel, yeah, do the
meat
meat
carousel, as I called it, years in advance to try and think how it. And in fact, it worked. It was a really fun. Just a relief, actually. Just a massive relief.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean,
Oh, thank Christ.
there's that, but it's also just a really good level. It's just really good.
Yeah.
This is
Mark
We
2.
fucked it up. Oh yeah, Mark 2.
Mark 2.
Here you go. Let's see this
Mark.
holding animation. He yells out.
Oh wow, yeah. I never even. Oh, I'm such an asshole for never noticing that.
And then
It's very
Letho
it's very
feeling.
Fire, yeah. So fun, man. Doing those little details. It's so much fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I think the Rohan might just do it as well, I think, supposedly.
Yeah.
Oh, at this point,
I think
we've already
they were
fired.
made for that as well. I think he did them for them as well. I don't know.
I'll assume they do. I'm sure I did both well. It feels like it's been a long time.
Yes.
It's gonna go. That's so funny. Do you remember the plan? You said I want at least. Oh, not I want, but we should have a couple of waves where you're just mowing down Urukai. You know, you feel unstoppable.
Powerful.
Just walking up and getting rinsed by these
Yeah.
elves. You know?
Is this all you can muster? Oh, conjure. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Is it conjure?
Yes, it is. He's a wizard, so he conjures things, right? This is all you can conjure Saruman. Yeah. That's what you want.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Good save.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I need a hockey levelist.
Cal had so much work. I mean, the number of clips for this is insane.
Yes.
Plenty of clips.
Check
The
that
list
out.
is
Yeah.
mind-boggling. There's so much. He did them all. You know, he didn't go, I'm not going to do these. But he did every single one. But it's a lot of work for him, I think, to cut all of these little clips. And I'd be like, cut from 7 seconds to 8 seconds, then ignore 9, then do 10 to 11. You know, so you'd have to do little and stitch them together.
I love that. I love that he had to do that. That makes me happy.
Hey, you wanted to be more involved, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think Max was. I think Max was quite pleased. I imagine at that point that he was taking those over.
I bet. I bet it was. That's so funny. Well, you know, I mean, that's how it always
So
goes.
many-
You know, that's the shit
so
I had to
many
do when I started. The horrible things. Boring, mind-numbing crap. Yeah.
So this Deeping All was quite a late addition as well, wasn't it? That was one of the last new bit
Yes.
we got for the whole key.
Yes.
The plan was it used to be taller, right? But we had to make it vanilla sized.
Discuss.
Yeah, it was gonna be taller.
Yeah.
But there's a big issue.
Concern-
With
Oh no, the battering ram!
Oh,
You're gonna
that
lose,
fucked
Will.
up again. So
Oh,
annoying how it does that. Wanker.
Oh wait, that's not a mine. I thought that was a mine.
Total wanker. It's just
Yeah.
showing you what
it just
looks like.
happens.
Like-
It just happens. Yeah.
This is.
It's-
I mean, I could talk for endlessly about the system that controls all these Urukai, but you know, it does its best. You know, has
Yeah.
a lot of controls. To be like, are you here? You shouldn't be here. You should be here. If you're here, do this. You know, and sometimes the battering ram goes, fuck it. I'm gonna make my own rules. You know,
He's
Get that ram up that ladder, boys.
I'm sure he'd try if he could.
Ramming some elves. Oh, whoa. That got weird.
I remember when you
You
first
made it
asked
weird.
me for the music in this mission, Harry. And I just, like, within, like, an hour or so, I just gave you a whole rundown of, like, the beats of the whole fucking
Yes,
battle.
It was before our test. Before our first test run. wasn't it?
Yes,
I want the music.
yes.
That's right.
And this was one of the early ones that got. I think this might have been before the Great Company mission.
Might have been. It might have been. It would have been early. Certainly, if it was. It would have been. I don't know, just after Christmas or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah. Yeah. And it was like, we're going to do the test in an hour. I'll quickly slap all the music in the level so it doesn't feel too weird.
That's the thing. That's the thing you do, and you cannot present it. But if there's too much
way.
stuff that we can
No way.
notice,
Yeah, exactly. Hide all the crap.
curate all this stuff like very
Bury
carefully.
it all so they don't
Yeah.
spot it. That's the idea.
Yeah, I understand that very well. Sometimes when I'm modeling things and Kyle will ask, "Well, can you show me?" Like, no,
Yeah.
I actually cannot yet show you.
And it's the same. Yeah, no, I mean it's the same thing for me. Like, you know, there's just sometimes I cannot show.
Oh, that mine's going down. I think you'll be able to dodge that, are you?
I don't know. Come on, Legolas. Come on,
Legolas might be
Legolas. Come on. There we go.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Close call.
I generally give up and just let them plant them, you know. You see, it works well as it does now. This system for monitoring all these guys, but they have a lot of controls that they have to check. Why the level is thankfully quite sparse, in terms of Alex, did a lot of the major mapping for it, but it's very small level, teeny tiny. Most scales, which I think is essential because there's a lot of scripting work it does,
Yeah.
to be like, am I by the wall? Is there a ladder? Is the ladder nearby? Shall I go up? Is the wall down? Should I go
I remember talking about
to the
this.
deep? Should I go to the keep? It's like they're checking all this stuff,
How you?
And thank God that.
Yeah, do you remember, like, we were saying, like, we're not going to be able to show a massive army of Uruks, like, amassing.
No, that's right.
So we just won't have the map. It just won't show.
That's right.
So you can just imagine they're there.
Wave thing, did we? We didn't want to do that wave thing where they walk up and it takes 10 minutes for them to meet back at the wall, like the first game did, like the original.
Yeah.
That pause in the action feels weird, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's a battle. It's not tower defense.
But shrouding the map at that level and just having them walk in rank after rank, and no one's looking at that, so it just seems to work well enough. Oh, you've almost lost that. Uruk, that berserker did a number on those elves.
Oh my god, I hate you, BFME, move!
Oh, they moved. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You really, you're holding the wall pretty well.
Early days.
For now.
Early days. You've got a lot of powers you can use, to be fair, when you do inevitably get a bit, just get a bit ropey. A lot of people seem to, because we were at one point, we did restrict elves and Rohirrim to their respective areas. The only thing we restrict now is actually having elves on the wall. They're the only thing that will go back to the wall if you put them on the keep. A lot of people I do see put their Rohirrim troops, or the Rohan troops down here across this, all the Yeoman archers and stuff. I think that does make it, it's maybe not as challenging to do. It does make it significantly easier, but it's been interesting to see how people have used that to their advantage, to stuff the Royal Guards somewhere where it's a bit tricky, to get them to help deal with that.
It's a modicum of freedom that we gave back, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's fine. Except if you can, and it doesn't ruin anything, why not? I've got nothing against that.
Just for the sake of the power trip, of course. Yeah. We want to hurt them as much as possible.
Yeah, it's like, take that away.
Do you know how hard it is to make this? Suffer.
Yeah, you'll suffer as I did.
Yes. Well, then will I be satisfied?
I think you're up to 2 ranks now in one go. I think it could go up to 3, but that seemed to be a bit too much for the game, so we kept it to 2. But you could actually break off all 3 ranks all at once, which looked insane. Everything would come at you all at once.
Yeah, I remember balancing like the exact combat potency of the elves on the wall was tricky. We went back and forth on that quite a bit. Reminded me of the Azanulbazar level in terms of like turning those knobs a little bit, like just seeing what happened. A lot of replaying, because you want the elves to be powerful. But you don't want it to be easy, so you have to. It's a difficult thing to balance.
Yeah, you don't love Lorien elves where they're just like paper and they get obliterated in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I think that lasts a length of time. I remember getting George to, when George would play this, sometimes he'd play it with the debugger on, and he would count using some things in the corner that he could see how many waves he made it to, and he'd keep pushing it till he got to the maximum he could, and he'd be like, right, you can make it 18 waves, I think it's something like that. Then trigger the next section. That's probably the maximum people can do.
George. I love George.
That's like great.
Oh my god.
I love George so much. Like, that is so awesome, dude. That is so awesome. Well done, George. I love that. I would have never even thought of anything like that. That is so cool. Well done. I love
the benefit
that.
of having that active counter here, you can just see, I managed 18, let's do that. That's about the max.
Yeah. I'll say that line to you privately, Cal. No problem. But you want me to say it now? Alright, fine. You need to cut off your top knot. You really do. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what everyone here looks like, necessarily. So I don't know if any of you guys have top knots, but
No.
I don't want to offend anybody. You know,
Top knot? No.
no, I know you
Okay.
don't.
Hell no.
I don't know. I used
Okay.
Hair is more like
Oh,
it,
okay.
you know?
to, but like 5 years ago.
Oh, right. Fine. That's long enough. That's long enough.
That
Come on,
torch
Ewan.
fucking
It's
off.
not 2016 anymore.
No.
Cut that thing off.
Yeah, cut it off. What are you doing?
I'm modelling my looks on the guy across the road on a bench.
It's gonna make you lose your
Just
hair
there.
faster, Ewan. It's not
Yeah, if you keep putting it into tight bonds, tight top knots, you don't want to do that.
good. Even if it's not that tight, you can still lose it because
Yeah.
you're horrible male.
Pile up that
male-
ladder. Yeah, they're exploiting that one ladder you left there, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are.
They're really piling up there.
Oh, thank God Gimli's there. He'll just kill every last one of them. Gimli is such a G.
You don't have to worry about Gimli level, that's true, actually. Oh, except for after the wall goes, but, you know, up to that point, yeah. He's pretty reliable. Doing okay. You've lost not many elves, it looks like. Maybe one.
I don't think I've lost a single battalion. Actually,
No?
I might have lost one. I think I lost.
I've lost
I don't know how many I lost.
Yeah, I think the gap is a bit too big.
Gap over
There's
here.
one gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Haldir can hold it.
Yeah.
Again, we kind of bodged this wall a bit, in that it's not actually a... It has no geometry, does it? It's all the original Helm's Deep
Yeah.
pieces buried within it. It's
Yeah.
because it's like, well, that if we can get away with that, we don't have to we don't change the height. Why not? You know, we don't have to do anything. We just need to just make it visible and then just switch the model when it blows up. And I think that saved us a long time. Because Matt did those amazing animations, didn't he, of it blowing up, the actual proper piece. But one of the things is practically we're going to get that done in time and get it working and get all that sorted. You know.
No, and then imagine like, oh shit, the gap is not wide enough. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, you gotta go back.
something like
and
that.
just,
Reanimate that, please.
yes, like that is not that's not fun.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
I feel like we did that towards the end anyway, to be honest,
Yeah.
in those last couple of weeks.
Did certainly change an awful lot of it. Did get chipped and chopped because that was the main. And once we got the level working, I say that in quotations, you know, working as best it did. It was like trying to finesse all that passability, which often came down to moving an object like one in-game unit left, right, up, down. You know, just trying to get to the point where it's like just about works. You know, it holds together.
With duct tape, as you like to say.
Yeah, exactly, completely. Held together in the background with some gaffer tape. No one will know. Job done. It was made out of polystyrene in real life. Who cares? You know.
He will not say duct tape because that's American. He will just say gaffer tape.
I can say it.
No, don't. It's better if you don't. This is the image of you that I need in my head. Like, very British. Yeah, it's very important. You are the most British person on this team. I really think so. There's
Even
Tavro,
more than
you know.
George? Even more than
Yes.
George.
You're more
Yeah,
British than George,
Yes.
No,
George
George is
more
very
cosmopolitan.
British, but
He's very British. But you have the cutesy British sayings.
yes.
You have like the little expressions. Yes.
That's fair.
great.
There was some weird stuff he didn't know, to be fair to George. You know, he seems to be missing some things, which is a bit strange.
He missed that day at school, did he?
Missed it at school.
Was that
His
one day?
idioms. You know?
Did you miss it? You know what? I don't think he did.
That wall's actually technically taller, isn't it? That object, if you actually raise it at the ground, because I think it's the original height that it would have been if the wall had been taller. You know?
I think it is. Well, is it? Because if you look at the actual base, there is a hint of context shadow on the texture. So it
Or
might
maybe
actually be-
he did.
I think he might have changed it. Yeah, because
Okay, fair
near the
enough.
floor you can see like little hint of a shadow on the texture. That doesn't
right
just
there.
happen. Nothing done. I think.
My facts are now wrong. It's been so long.
Yeah, your facts are wrong.
My facts are wrong.
First your empire collapses. Now your facts are wrong. It's terrible.
Now we don't know how tall our keepers.
Too soon?
Too soon.
I remember doing all these. I've still got all those maps where this was broken up into each individual thing. You know, all the cinematics we've done on this, I've described it for this voice. You know, just cameras panning around absolutely nothing to show nothing. You know, and all these bits because it was like, oh hello, he made it.
I've made it.
Done.
You
One
made
fail.
it.
First try.
You look stressed.
He has not been talking much.
That is true.
I like to say,
Very
fuck you guys, I'm keeping the top knot.
Ready? He goes. Aragon fly by.
Okay, I mean it's your party, dude. You keep the top knot.
This music cue is my favorite in the whole campaign. I think it's kicked in. Yeah, it's my favorite. It's my favorite bit.
All right, here I'm gonna say really quick. Find a corner. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I forget you're finding a corner. I keep forgetting that.
I keep thinking he's having a stroke, but he's just finding a corner.
All go boom. It's one of my favorite bits, and equally one of the most frustrating bits because it has that problem that we'll never be able to solve.
Never with Aragorn not being able to attack. Yeah.
Can't fix it. Literally. So it comes down to, I mean, Aragon on the wall and Legolas on the wall. This section aren't even the same ones. You know, we replaced them. All kinds of things to try and fix them, not fucking attacking. But they are pacifists at this moment.
You know what?
So it works.
I'm gonna disagree. We could fix this,
Oh.
but fuck it. That's kind of what it is. If we spent like days and even more days and days than we already did on this, we could eventually fix it. I'm pretty sure.
I did. Certainly I couldn't. Certainly I could. Yeah.
At some point.
I don't know. There was a lot of time we spent trying to fix that bug.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm just because George had no idea.
I'm not accusing anybody of being lazy. I'm just saying.
No. Yeah. I just
saying,
it's the one thing.
At some point,
very rarely,
you'll be like, whatever, you know.
very rarely, do I go, there's no way of fixing it, but this is like,
Can't win them all.
It's still very cool though. It's one of my favorite moments, you know. Marching down there with those swords.
I've never really noticed it myself. I'm fine. And I played this bit quite a bit because this is the one thing that I played a lot on this mission is because this balance thing, this transition was very important to me. Getting that right,
yes,
going from the wall, and I harassed you on this. It's like, well, I think I was a little pushy because I really wanted to convince you to have another look at this and just to see what we could do, you know?
Yeah, I don't think this section changed much, did it? I thought it was more up at the actual keep.
This
section changed. Oh no,
it
did.
It did, yeah.
Right. Added those elves that block it off afterwards, so you're not being chased and all those things. But you're right, it did get
the transition from this then to the keep is that got changed quite a bit more.
That's right. Don't like him.
Oh, I don't know how Stubborn Pride went off right there, but that's okay.
You clicked it.
You think? This was a very last minute change. It's changing this. I don't know what it was called before, but now it's called the Deeping Comb.
I called it the Helm's Dyke, didn't I?
Helm's Dyke, yeah, which is wrong.
That's the wrong bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I know. Well, you just wasted your heal. Apple's not going to make it now, is it?
Very well.
No way.
Okay.
Fucked. He was already on 75.
Boy, you're gonna restart. If you don't, we have to have the cutscene. Saving Howler got tweaked quite a few times. Yeah, it did. It's hard now. It's harder than the last time. Oh, I think he's bugged or something because this is.
What?
Look at it.
No, there they are. They just reached it now, so they'll start decimating him.
Oh,
there you go. Immediately went down to half health.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Now he's at a quarter.
Oh yeah, he died.
Oh my god.
See you later.
There you go.
Whoops. Hey, you could use this as an opportunity to maybe restart the game.
Ooh, let's see if this save's going to crash.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All those dwarf holds icons. God, you love a dwarf hold, don't you? Look at that.
Well, are they the dwarf holds?
No, they're not.
No, that's a good point. I've just read the titles now. You know, you're right.
Yeah.
Elven Alliance Dwarf Holds.
What is Ancient Ring Light? Oh, what is that? Oh no.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. That's what that is.
What is that?
Just that thing you made for that April Fools all those years ago.
Don't invite
that.
questions. Don't invite questions.
Fair enough.
They can't see that screen. You're just gonna invite them.
Yeah, you're gonna make it
fair
so
enough.
much worse now.
Fair
I'll just say what it is and say it's never gonna be released.
Yeah,
It's all it is like an attempt to transplant some some Age of the Ring things into BFME 1.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's
Yeah.
just a couple new heroes, a couple new things. Nothing to worry about. You have Shadow and Flame now. That's good.
It load. Look at that. Whoa. It's the bit where it definitely doesn't load normally. That's great. I wonder if you'll attack them, whether this is like fixed it. If it's the same.
What should just not be fixed. This is one of those areas where Matt was very good with changing the model when he could, to meet the level. Like those stairs over there on the left-hand side, we didn't want those to be available because we wanted people to run up the back, long way around, rather than just skirting up that little direction. So Yeah.
make sure to make those stairs expensive.
Look destroyed.
This is your end.
And the broken
it's a
wall
strange
too.
level because it's an old one because there's so much pre-development. It changed halfway through. The model was constantly changing. It was one of those ones that people had to keep being adaptive in order to meet what you needed.
You know what? I'll be right back because we have some really nice cookies. I want to get one. I'll be right back.
You change your music much, Kyle, after that initial?
I don't remember. I don't think we did that much.
Good go then. So you just still sort of one shot and that was it.
Yeah, it was only like little minor nitpicks that we ended up having to change, and then when we did like the cutscenes, getting that. But otherwise, no, yeah, it was all mostly done in one go. I didn't have to do much.
Convenient.
For Helm Steep.
That's
yeah.
nice when it lines up that way.
Because I knew that this one was going to be a bitch. Uh-oh.
Gimli's not looking too happy, is he? There go those elves. That was one of the later additions, because at this point you kept getting attacked by waves from the outside, but to try and stop that and give some reason to it, because it was annoying, because they chased up the stairs and it would just it didn't work very well. These elves got to kind of fill the breach, the impression that they're holding them off. They did still cause issues. We have issues with random hordes that seem to...
Oh my god, they really do kill him fast now.
He's gonna dead again.
I have not played this since we buffed it, apparently. Yeah, no, I guess he is much harder to save.
He's dead.
Alright, well,
I'm
gonna try it again. Yeah, I haven't saved it since you buffed it.
You've got to show Matthias' favourite cutscene, haven't you? So you can't, well, I don't know if it's your favourite, but it's one of the ones.
It is.
Certainly. There you go.
The whole end of Helm Steep, including all the special things you can do. That's all my favorite. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a lot of stuff made
for
from
it
that's
again.
certainly true.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Much longer. Stand defense in the breach. Ready, elves.
Get your boy Gimli out.
Keep your wits
Alex, I was going to ask a question that I meant to ask you earlier and I forgot. When you were making a lot of the texturing work and all that stuff, I was very concerned with the river because to give the impression the wall isn't quite so low to the ground. It's actually a very long incline, isn't there, from sort of the causeway all the way up to the wall. Is that a bit of a faff to try and get the river to not look too much like an immediate drop, like a waterfall or something like that?
Yeah, it was. It was a funny one. No, for sure, and it drops because obviously rivers in BFME only sort of exist on one level, so you have to you make a new river every time you change the height. And so I think there's about 4 or 5 different rivers in there. And I was trying to avoid putting waterfalls in because obviously that would be weird. But actually managed to make it subtle enough that I just didn't transition them at all, so they just
you just
kind of stop, and it just kind of looks alright. So, yeah.
I don't think I don't think anybody would really notice. No,
Oh,
I don't think people would even realise it's an incline, thankfully, which was a relief because that was the fear. We'd have either have to lower the keep into the ground, or we'd have this wall on a big hill, and it would look kind of weird. But thankfully, it's notable skirmish. You can't build anything.
It took a bit of tweaking of the terrain to get that to look right as well. I think I did sort of re-level parts to make it look smooth and pretty flat. But no, it turned out all right, thankfully.
One noticeable change I noticed when we worked on it for quite a while was you'd raise the hills, like either side of the valley, or whatever you call it, to the cliff. You kind of raise the ground up a bit, so it kind of smoothed into it a lot more. So it looked much more like a rather than just like a sudden go from ground straight up to a vertical cliff wall.
Oh, like at the bottom of the
yes,
the
exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can call that the sort of the base of the cliff, and that I think made a big difference in this one because it gives you that impression that it's this. What do you call it? I'm not thinking of the word here. Call this area.
Yeah, gorge or something.
Gorge. That would work. Yeah, that would work. Yeah. Well, there's no foliage or anything.
The comb. The deeping comb.
Well, it's coomb, isn't it? I wouldn't call it a comb. I don't know.
Well, the comb's isn't this the comb is the bit behind the ball though, right? Or is it the whole?
This whole. I'm pretty sure it's this whole area behind here.
The big thing that we're doing here is like Helm's Deep in the books is very different. It has like extra layer of walls. It has fields. This is a very different place. So I just kind of lifted the name. Vaguely fits.
Hello, Haldir. Hello. Hello. What the fuck?
I don't think Aragon was near enough to him.
Well, you got the spell book heal.
Yeah.
This is annoying. I did, but I didn't have control over him.
George must be laughing and laughing and laughing.
Help that there was an easy way to do it. Like, what is the easy way to do it?
This is
What is
much
it?
different than when I last played it.
Stairs.
You just gotta put Aragorn near the wall, I guess.
Yeah, run him up there. Don't attack him. Just run him as close as you can.
Keep him there.
I'll try it again. Yeah, it's definitely harder than the last time I tried playing it.
That's good because the Boromir save is way too easy.
Yeah,
somehow that got easier.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Unless Lurch changed, maybe he got tweaked or something. I don't know.
Lurch, if anything, got stronger. In the last release, at least.
I guess I just blame myself then on some level.
That's all.
Some part of me's done that, I guess. Then if it's not him,
I didn't edit the map. You remade the whole map.
I did. Yeah, that's true.
It might have been bad.
That's just shift control bucket tool. I mean, that just do all that job done. It's like a 2-minute job. No,
this is like the time when you blamed me for something I had literally.
I blamed you.
Yeah, do you remember
trolls, and I thought it was your fault. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's what that was. It was the trolls.
I was like, you fucked up your trolls.
Still funny, though.
I don't know.
Because you don't know anything about like the 3D modeling process of this stuff. Like, there's no way. Could have fucked that up.
Nothing.
No way.
And then I decided to blame Carl instead. I was like, well, it's not you, it must be Carl. Even though I don't think it had anything to do with it.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
That'd be one of you two arty people.
Arty people?
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Get him to the wall. There you go. Get him.
It's a huge relief to see when we got to this stage, or when I got to the stage of making the level, that the army could respond and that it could all be moved around because they all change their positions but the waves don't break. We can keep spawning guys in. I don't have to keep reinventing this system 8 times over. I can just use the exact same one. That was the major relief because in terms of workload, it saves so much time.
He's gonna die again.
He might die again.
He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
That health, you've got that heal. If you can do that as soon as you get there, and then fucking peg it. He's got that ability to re-heal his health as well, doesn't he? If he's lost some health.
Yeah, but then he loses armor as well.
Oh dear. So it's like, I'm back. I'm immediately dead.
Yeah. get
We don't
him?
get to hear the sad music. Oh no, I guess you would have heard that all the time since he's a crow.
Heard it 3 times.
This is your end.
You already forgot.
Back to the shadow.
Oh,
You
the
get that
sad
horrible bug
music.
where you get the one.
Don't let them through.
Get the annoying bug where you get the one rogue Mackay crossbow
Ah,
where it just follows you around. That fucking drives me insane. I wish I had some way of knowing who the fuck they were, but
I just fixed it, man. Just fix the bug, man.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just fix the whole fucking bug. Yeah.
It's a good point. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah.
Come on, asshole. What are you doing?
Wow.
It's like, just go open a workbench, just fix it.
Okay. Crossbow horde delete. Done. Job done.
Yes. Let's just make a little tag. It says
There they are.
Mark on Rogue. You just click that.
Oh, I
You press
wish.
delete.
Oh, God.
No, wait,
Oh,
so
funny,
what you
I
do is you
could've- oh, I-
backspace the word rogue out of it, and then they just function. There you go. I feel like some people think that's how this stuff works.
Oh.
Harry, you probably just forgot to press the fix all bugs button. in World
The fucks all
Fuck all the bugs. That'd be great too. If I could fuck all the bugs, I'd be very happy. Oh, if only. Yeah, look at those
Like,
elves.
turn to debugger, it'll fix everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Simple name.
Must be defended.
So this is where the plan, and that's not true, the plan didn't deviate, but the...
Oh hey, look, it's the
Well, there they are,
crossbow.
there they fucking are! Where are they from? Where are they from?
I'm just gonna let him.
Consider them friends. Or something. You know?
No, they're gonna kill my elves.
Rehabilitate, you know, and all that stuff, and you know, and just have to become buddies.
Come together, hunters.
You bombard them.
What does the king command?
I
guess I
have
would
no
do.
idea.
Watch
You
out for the enemy.
fuckers.
Elves, over here.
Well, they will not be
Glass
invincible
holes.
forever.
Oh no! When that timer ends, you know, you'll be able to
Yeah.
face.
Elves, over here.
Total bastards. Where are they going? Look at them
Sightseeing.
there. Oh, it drives me mad seeing that. Drives me crazy. Just not being able to just find out where those wankers came from.
Watch out for the enemy.
Goodbye,
You
elf.
got one elf. One
I
elf
know.
left down there on his own.
Have your weapons ready, elves.
I was saying before I got distracted by those total dickheads that this was the area where the plan, the level got major changes, didn't it? You know, because the wall was fine, the wall worked. We didn't change much once the wall section was put in place, and this is where it got more complicated to get it to work well. Because
Make it fun.
and that's
Yeah.
yeah. And that's because we had no way of getting people onto the wall, so the only possible entry points were that tiny doorway there and the gate, you know, which is two massive choke points.
Attention. Those up.
They're quite easy.
My God,
to
just
raise
die,
a bit of
elf,
fun.
please.
It
There we go.
does not want to die. There you go. Does Urukai leave? Are they just passing through? This next section, Kyle, is where you had to come in and start making loads of really complicated shit.
Oh.
One of my favourite things you made, but it was a pain in the ass, wasn't it? Which is the massive, insane.
Oh God. Yeah, I was the big ladder. The Giga
Oh, the
ladder.
ladder!
The
That was a
Giga Chad ladder.
nightmare.
The Giga ladder. Yeah.
Oh, I hated working on that.
Wait,
You.
like it,
You.
Yeah, well, you of course you did most of it, but I remember very well to check this stuff.
explain. So
Yes.
it was a ladder, and in essence, it seemed like it'd be not too complicated to do, but it just kept changing size. Is that right? Every time you'd make it, something would funny and it would
Yeah. I
scale
don't
in.
know. I don't
Oh.
know what was happening.
You'd be like, oh, okay, it's just about there. Take it down a little bit, and you'd send it to me, and it'd be like, well, it's actually got 8 times higher, so something's gone funny.
No,
Yeah, I didn't know what was. I did not know what was happening the majority of the
Why do they
time.
go through the movie?
No. But if we
Really bad.
hadn't persevered,
Oh my God!
what the
Fuck!
fuck are those guys?
Fuck off, Crossbowman. That's terrible.
Look at that.
That's okay.
Amazing.
Whatever. Whatever.
Okay with it.
At least they're not.
Fine.
At least they're not attacking me this time.
Yeah.
What is this mod?
Shit.
I've never fucking seen that.
Yeah, the big ladder in the next section is down to a lot of work. Like I don't know. I'm sure Matthias, you were there for moral support, if not anything else. You know, and just persevering, time after time, iteration after iteration, to get that to line up. To actually
I
work
was-
properly.
I was convinced that that was not going to work.
Yeah, you were very hesitant.
After like the third or fourth failed attempt.
Really?
Like, I think. Oh yeah, because it was. I found no consistency. Like there was no reason why it would behave the way it did. So I was like, I think this is just one of those things that are fucked. And fucked.
One of those things that are fucked.
Yeah,
A lot of those sometimes, aren't there? Give up.
but he didn't give up.
Maybe not moral
And now
support.
they work. Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes you gotta be realistic about these things.
This was such a cool little bit. I like it.
Yeah, I love
Sneaky
this.
doorway. The fact that works, that's fun.
Yeah.
Everybody out into the causeway and these fuckers up. Ladders.
There's the ladders.
Oh, look at
there
it.
they are.
Aren't they awesome?
Oh.
They're awesome though, right? You know,
What a lad.
The two
fact
guys
those work.
lifting that shit up.
I love that exists. I think that's awesome.
That's Hansen.
And go.
There you go.
This solved a major problem we had, which is it's either too easy or it's too boring or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
we were pretty defended. You know, don't need to have people on that wall. You know. Those are
I still think it's a really good strategy just to have most of the things on the inner wall.
and just
Just shoot.
to what the
Just shoot them.
it burns in front.
We'll defend our lands.
Leggings is just been up fighting. Complex for keep. Couldn't climb that ladder. Oh, I love seeing that work. It makes me very happy seeing that. It's a relief.
I'm amazed that people haven't said in the film those ladders are shot up by a ballista. Because they are.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine the arms on these two if they were really going to walk
Yes.
and lift that thing up?
Yes.
I'd love to see those two. You know, if they climbed up the ladder, you'd be really fucked.
They're also much broader in the film. And they're not. Not like
Little slim boys we have here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, making these ladders was not that bad. It was just getting the size right, but once I figured out how to get the ladder to work, like, it was just a matter of re-exporting all the animations. But that was the key. I needed to have the perfectly sized ladder.
Yeah, that's right.
Because
yeah.
because I had to re-export the skeleton as a new skeleton, and doing that is not fun. It's not fun because it's a lot of stuff to do. But it worked.
Yeah, and it's not that many animations for it.
Yeah. Yes. There is.
Like,
we don't even have a death.
Something is not a lot. It's like,
Yeah, we don't have to worry about them dying because I'm like,
No.
I think I even said like, we are not. Yeah, they're not going to be killable. Like, no.
Although I think actually you did. They do work in pretty much every setting. The only reason we don't have them attackable is not because of the animations. It's because for some reason, the moment you have guys on the walls and Uruk's at the base.
Well,
oh dear,
fuck.
I was about to die.
Oh fuck.
Get him in that door. Oh, it's because it's manslayer.
oh my god, everyone
Ooh.
just bolted. I'm out.
He went by. Oh yeah, the only reason we don't have them approach and be put up like normal ladders is just because they'll dock about 6 feet from the wall and you'll have this floating space. But otherwise, they can do it. You know, they looked great. It was really impressive to see them approach. You know, these massive ladders. Even if it was slightly goofy, it looked amazing. And they really fucking wobble when they get to that top because you know they're like whoa. That was great. I loved that. They're really.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
No.
Oh fuck.
It's fitting for
Kill
Ham.
them. It would be, yeah.
Yeah,
But I
right
don't,
here. Yeah.
I don't know if he's a defeat condition or not.
It is indeed, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You motherfucker, Harry.
You bastards asked him to be in, you know, because that was two things we forgot. You know, well, I said I forgot. I forgot about Hammer and Gambling. Forgot about Hammer. Made the whole level, and somebody went, "So where are they?" And I was like, "Well, they're not in, and they're not going in." You know, I was not in the mood to put those fuckers in.
No, Hama.
What are you
No.
doing?
Just go back inside. Just go the fuck back inside.
Hand me back in the gate, yeah.
Let Gimme take care of it.
Oh my god.
He's the real MVP of this mission.
The gate's doing fine.
Those Urukai
They have
patiently
repair,
making their
yeah.
turn.
They have peasants.
King and country. We will fight for Rohan. Yeomen attack.
Well, it's doing fine now.
Our spears are pledged to the
We'll
shadow.
see.
But you're between waves as well, so that's not too bad. A bit of a breather up on the wall.
Yes.
Fight for Rohan.
This is where it got very complicated making this level because we had to factor in a whole new structure for this attack.
Come on now.
It's kind of like unstitching a tapestry and adding a section
Time has come.
in the middle and then restitching the edges. You know, something goes wrong. You know,
That's
there's
a
all this
wonderful
stuff that
analogy.
doesn't line up anymore. It's completely like that. You know, you line everything up perfectly and somebody goes, "Doesn't work."
Oh,
So you gotta
oh,
unpick
oh.
it and you know, try and make sure it
Right,
doesn't
yeah,
fuck up.
I don't think you could have picked an analogy that would have made it sound harder. I think that's like because that's what we're doing in these streams, right?
Seems appropriate.
Like, yeah, it's going.
Effectively, your own horns, effectively. Yeah.
Yeah, do you know how hard this is?
It's been very fun. You know, it's
Unstitching a tapestry. First of all, you don't stitch a tapestry; you weave it. Okay,
it was
unweaving is even harder.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Unknitting a sock, something like that. You know.
Yeah,
I'm knitting a sock to fix the pattern in the middle of the sock,
yes, reknitting.
and then restitching it how it was.
Oh god, that's a wonderful now. I really like that.
We'll defend our lands.
That's
Say then, where the
So
fuck you
different.
going?
He's retreating. He's skipping ahead. He knows what's coming. He's just getting, he's getting on board.
he's going on his mark. Yeah.
This
You
is the
remember
level
some
that the new. This is the level that the new Haldir and Elf animations were made for, right? Because they were made for this before they were added to the
Oh yeah, yeah, they were making this. Yeah.
memory.
Rune had a
Shoot from
little.
the side or something like that.
Okay, so no, oh no. The holding
Oh, that's
animations were made for this, but the other ones I think
Oh,
were
okay.
they were.
Who died?
Oh,
Ah,
Gambling.
fucking gambling. There was.
chop! There he is on the wall. Fucked. Really fucked.
I thought the stream wasn't going to be horribly long, but I guess.
It's great though to see. It brings me a lot of joy. I don't know when you last saved though.
Oh. We have a long stream coming.
Want to get some more coffee, Alex?
How long have we been going? It isn't that long, is it?
Want to restart?
No, it's right. I'll stick it out. I believe in you, Kyle.
Oh, I would have done it too if it weren't those meddling manslayers. Or whatever the hell they're called.
How was your cookie, Matthias?
It was good.
What type was it?
Well, it was like it's like this. I don't know how to translate this. It's like a very Dutch type of thing. It's like a little. It's like a cake thing, but it's like round. It's quite small, and it is like.
Like a poffergy?
Oh, what now?
Round cake.
A poffergy, is it?
Poffertje? No.
Yeah. Like a little pancake thing, right?
No, but I'm amazed that you know what that is.
Oh.
Wow, that's amazing. Wow.
We sometimes have,
I've been to
you
the-
sometimes see them on like food trucks and things here.
Oh, really? Okay. No,
Oh,
it wasn't those. I don't like those very much. No, it was just like a little cake thing, and it's like it had like
little
kind of
cake,
glazing on it, like apricot
Cake.
flavor. I love apricot flavor.
like a donutty kind of cake. It's like an actual like sponge cake. We're talking. Here.
So I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
No, fair
I
enough.
guess so. It's kind of dry,
It's
you know,
good
the
though.
cake. It's weird how my accent comes out when I have to talk about things that are Dutch. Dry? What was that? Let's see.
Gather round, yeomen.
This used to not have any breather, didn't it? You get up to back out the deep, the coombe, whatever you want to call it, and immediately the gate attack would happen, and you'd be like, "Oh shit, I've got to get everybody to the wall," because
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
totally fucked. Yeah,
Our spears are pledged to the Riddermark.
it took a lot of. I guess it was bounded. The deeper wall takes all the attention, so you get to something like this, and you think, "Well, maybe I haven't spent enough time actually thinking about, you know, how that bit's going to work."
That was the problem here for sure. Yeah, it's like it felt. It wasn't, I'm sure it wasn't, but it felt like a bit of an afterthought for me. It's like, oh, I got to do this.
It didn't have the same care. That's true. I'd agree with you.
Yeah,
I just realized, where are my royal guard?
Unless they died, go down to the wall and get totally shagged.
aren't they
I
right there?
invited. No. What?
The
Where?
elves.
Like at the gate. Or is those peasants?
Those are peasants.
Oh, I can't tell. You know, stream quality's kind of shit.
If you
Is
click,
that them in the inner wall?
no.
I guess they died.
Is that them near the inner gate?
No, those are elves. Yeah, no, I lost my royal guard at some point then. Damn. That sucks.
These poor fuckers.
I don't remember losing one.
You suck, dude.
Our spears are pledged to the Riddermark.
Yep.
Those things have a lot of armor now. I was kidding.
Yeomen, march.
We had the old Battlefield 1 gate as a placeholder. Well,
For a very
as the
long
main
time.
gate for a long time. And it was like really bright blue for some reason. I have no idea why. It was like,
Yeah, it has some weird lighting.
don't know what's wrong
It's
with
an
it.
export.
Like,
It's an export issue. They did it wrong. They exported it wrong.
oh,
All those years ago.
somebody 20 something years ago, whatever it was, fucked up.
It was easier for me to just make a new one. So I made a
For
really
some
bad
reason-
new one.
For some reason, half of them, like the man-made props, also had some sort of lighting setting that doesn't show up under the light map. You can kind of see it
They'll
on like some of
glow,
those
yeah.
arrow controls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed.
And
that.
I went through and like map ini coded like 100 objects
Yeah.
to not have that, but some of them don't.
Oh.
It doesn't work for whatever reason.
Yep.
God, so
Yeah, you can
did it
kind of
by
fix
hand.
it.
I didn't realize you could do that.
Oh well, it's not that hard. You just copy and paste. But
Come on, you're bound to like miss a letter or fuck one bit up, forget an end, and then you know, you boot up and
Yeah.
crash. You know,
That
piss,
just happens
you
to
know?
us. That's us. That's just you and me. I am just notorious, I guess, for getting basic things whenever I export any model. Like, it's always the same shit. It's because I'm so tired of doing it by the end of like a model that I'm just like, fuck, you gotta do more. Yeah, I gotta export it. That's the last thing. It's the worst thing for me. It's finalizing it.
Hold your fire. Be quick.
I'm like that with bits on maps, like audio. I forget audio every time, pretty much.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
So why is this map silent? I go, oops.
Yeah, for me the feedback is a bit
Silent.
more apparent. Like when you go in game and it's pink, like oh,
Don't give in.
oh the texture's not properly. Oh, and they did it again, didn't they?
Stay focused. This is your end.
It even happens when I like especially pay attention to making sure it doesn't happen. It just happens because I just don't notice it.
Let them know your weapons ready, elves.
And yet we won mod of the year.
Homes must
Hey,
They didn't see all the gaffer tape. You're fine. You know.
yeah, exactly.
We must not fail.
They didn't see the crying.
They didn't see the maps made on voids and, you know, the maps that were untextured, you know, you take pictures up and things like that.
This is your end.
They didn't see like all the pinch.
Watchful for the enemy.
They didn't hear the placeholder sounds.
Oh, I've been playing, so since this is, you know, since 2000's been out, I've had a chance to really go back and play this. Play the mod in skirmish and whatever, and all the new factions. I find those placeholder sounds so incredibly funny. I'd be so sad when they go. They make me laugh every time.
Get fucked.
I've been playing with a
See,
friend who's never played the game before. You know, he's like, I have no idea what I just did, but something told me to get fucked. You know, just
You're gonna
great.
get fucked, dude.
Do not give in.
I love when people on Twitch ask, "Is that the proper sound? Is that the finished sound?"
Or
Is this
request it
normal?
to be the finished sound. I'm like, no! Come on!
Yes, it is. Just for you.
It's like, fuck
Send you a
me.
special version telling you to get
Spend
fucked.
a day making an effect and then make it get fucked whenever you use it. Fantastic.
Oh,
It's
God.
like a really nice model, and you click it, and it says, "Ooh, get fucked."
Get fucked.
Yeah.
I find it's so
Keeping that.
funny. I love it. God, I love it. I
The
really.
big
love
reason it's in there is because it motivates us
Remember.
to do all the sounds, because there's so many little sounds you have to make.
Completely. Completely. That's
Like
why
hundreds
I
of little sounds for everything. So
yeah,
That's there.
yeah, it makes total sense. Like with the weird placeholder text in the campaign, you know, that was just ridiculous because you think
Yeah.
something has to go here.
you notice it as well. Like you're not going to miss anything, because Arthur
Yeah,
is
you remember
very
it.
good at this. He makes sure that everything has it. So if you
Right.
you can't miss it. You can't test the faction and then miss it because you're gonna get told to get fucked. You need to change it. Yeah.
It's a fun mod though. It's a fun mod. I can recommend it. You know, skirmish is a lot of fun. You know?
Yeah, you like Age of the Ring?
I have. It's a good mod. Yeah. I've been going through and I've been like playing each faction and trying to actually understand how to actually play this game. But it's fun to actually fail at it and then go, I'm going to try it again, do something differently. You know, and I do it easy. You know, I have one AI to help me out while I learn it. You know? He does the main brunt of the fighting, and I go, I'll stay in the background. You know.
That's great. That's how I play as well, but I suck as well. I'm really bad. So yeah.
But no, I like the fact that it's not just play it and win it, it's play it and actually try to realise how to actually get really good at it. You know? That's what I quite enjoy about the challenge. Which sounds silly.
Wonderful to hear. I mean, that was the whole thing of redoing. That was such a lot of work. I mean, not for me. I had nothing to do with it. It was for Wambly and also for Alex. Like getting all those maps to work and just all the AI stuff.
That nearly broke me.
I bet it did in the list Excel spreadsheet.
I can't believe it didn't. I mean, it would have broken me. I mean, as soon as there's a spreadsheet involved, I check out. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, dude. Alex, I don't know how you organize yourself that much with all this stuff in the mod, man. It's like wild.
Lucky
that spreadsheet.
Lucky for us that I was coming in pretty fresh to the mod in those days.
Yes. Yes, you were right fresh.
I was young and eager and naive.
In now.
Yeah,
in now before,
Okay.
before it all comes back to me.
You're like, oh shit, this is. Oh my god, now I remember why I stopped.
Right.
Oh, Clayton's gonna die again.
Well, this is quite hard. I'm kind of enjoying seeing that it's not just a walk in the park.
It's never been Harry.
Oh come on, they used to break all the time. They'd never turn up, or like one guy would turn up. And sit
Yeah, that happened a lot.
on a fucking ladder and just wave.
That happened a lot.
Jesus, yeah.
Just wave.
It still happens to some degree, yeah.
When you wave.
Maybe
say that?
just look there, emote, you know.
Oh, at least it's like
Innocently.
waving up at the wall. Oh, I'm bugging out. How are you?
Oh, it's so depressing, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's fixed," and somebody be like, "Nah, it ain't." I play it. Oh, I lied to myself. It
I lied
tricked
to
me.
myself again.
It told me it was working. It was still remarkably, despite the obvious complexities. Actually, to be fair to the level, it all worked remarkably well. It had its bugs, but in terms of putting it together, it was not that difficult.
I love that you say that. And I'm watching the stream, I see some elves like kind of floating.
Meanwhile, fucking levitating elves.
Right.
It works quite well.
Yeah. yeah, like, yeah. I mean, it does though. Like the passability was broken as fuck. And like all these passes on it.
German Theoden would dip down at the beginning. He'd like go to walk away from Aragon, that cutscene, he'd go whoop, he'd like fall to the ground and pop back up again.
I hated that so much.
And that's one of those things. Like, oh, I'll fix that one day, and you forget, you stop noticing it. You know?
Yeah, no, I hated that. I hated that. The first time I played it, like, oh, god damn it, no, no.
I hated in that cutscene that yeoman spearman who would run past and shout something.
He would like yell every time. I deleted him because I couldn't fix him. I went, fuck him. I just deleted him completely. He's not coming back.
Kill him.
He'd stand in front of Aragon. No, he'd walk into the shot. I say shot. Stand completely in front of Aragon, yell whatever it was, and then just piss off off frame. I'd be like, this is just not working.
Yeah, I can mute him. You can just delete him. You know. Bye. Yeah.
Oh, good fun.
Yeah,
Like
that's not as well, right?
like an extra in a film who's like trying to overact.
he wants a cameo.
Didn't pay attention to like turn to blocking. You know, like you got to stand there. You had his earbuds in or something.
Trying to make his big break in the scene.
Oh yeah. Do you remember that? I don't know. Whenever I talk to you guys, nobody's seen Seinfeld. Have you seen Seinfeld, Alex?
I've seen bits of Seinfeld. Yeah.
There's this episode where Kramer has like one speaking line in
Oh yes, yeah.
These pretzels are making me thirsty, and he that was Kramer in that episode.
In the beginning of the game.
Yeah. Because he's over
British
asking how to
Barton,
say it,
British
and like he wants more lines.
Right. Yeah. All right.
These pretzels are making me thirsty. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Yeah. I love Seinfeld. I never rewatched that.
No, never seen
Yeah, it's
Did quite well.
only the best comedy show ever made. I mean, jeez. I mean, outside of British comedy, obviously, Peep Show is really great. But have you seen Peep Show? At least, come on, you've seen Peep Show.
I
I have seen Peep Show. I prefer
I've actually seen a lot of Peep Shows stuff now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. George sent me a whole bunch of it. Bunch of.
George is Peep Show.
Yeah, he is. He is literally.
That's one of the best things. This is when I realized this. I you know, of course I love George. Who doesn't love George? But then I realized that his nickname was literally the nickname that the character on Peep Show gave to his penis. I'm like, that's perfect. 'Cause you don't know that unless you've seen it.
Oh, is that his penis? I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah. He calls it Captain
Didn't know that.
Corrigan's flying without a license. Like that's talking about his penis.
I didn't know that.
I love
I've been
that.
calling him by the name of a dick for this long.
Yes!
Is that right?
It's perfect.
Oh, fucker.
Oh
not looking
no!
good,
Don't lose, please.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I saved.
Fuck.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Legolas is stuck. He's
I
fucked.
require your blade.
He's fucked.
You might get, no, you might get another if we keep running that direction, because it looks quite open. Trying to get the guys out the gatehouse before they get buried. I like this section. The retreat worked very well. The fact you could, when the passibility was working, you could retreat this way and circumvent the incoming army. That was very cool to see.
Our spears are pledged to the Riddermark. Come on now.
The gate has a different texture on the background, doesn't it?
It does.
It's neat. It's kind of thing probably no one will notice. Well, maybe so.
I know. Yeah, now nobody will because it's just got destroyed. Just gonna look and get destroyed.
Let them not
Oh.
hold your fire.
Here's a fun fact, a fun Age of Ring fact that nobody cares about. Nor should they really.
Protect yourselves.
Here's a fun fact, right? You know when you have banners, you capture a banner in on a map, you can capture like an inn. There's like a banner that comes up.
Yeah.
Every single banner for that has like the same front side as the back side. Because I'm too lazy to make. Nobody's gonna paint the banner's backside. There's no need to do that, right?
Yeah.
Except for the Dolguldur one. I made sure that the Dolguldur had a black
What?
background. I don't know why.
What happened there?
I just I had to.
How random, the random moments of like sort of a
Little factory.
do it. At this moment, I'm going to put the effort into randomly
Yes.
do a back for this.
Doldur's my favorite thing ever, you know. So I put a lot of effort into that.
Well,
We're about to see my favorite thing ever. The
Here we
thing
are.
that like one of the last things that we
this is
added
a
into
lot
this
of work
mission.
from you as well, wasn't it?
It was
Ton of
fun.
work. This
I
next bit.
I enjoyed the models that you're about to see here. Like I am so very proud. Oh. All right, come on, hurry up, guys. Get inside of the gate. There.
Whole army gets deleted in about half a frame. Yeah. On. Things gone. Oh, yeah, money.
Oh, look at that dead guy.
This reminds me so much of the film. Like it's like that shot. It's like this one shot in the film where this happens.
Day and they're walking up near the ram. That
Yeah.
was a nice one to do.
It is over. The fortress is taken.
Just running back and forth.
And they're pretending to carry stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Shit, what are we
What
gonna
men
do?
do against such reckless hate?
Why did you guys not make a model to hold
For death and
for Aragorn to hold a plank?
I was just thinking about how to do that because you could do it. You could have like
yeah.
edit the arms like the.
You said at
like,
one point, you went, at one point you went, oh, I'll do that. You know, it was very early on. But you did say, no, I can do that.
You could even just have the arms just like model it. You don't have to change the animation. Have the arms like model up, and then you just rig them.
You just rig it cleverly, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at all of them. Look at Gimli.
Draw swords.
Look at Haldir.
Look at Haldir in the back.
Yeah.
Gimli on the back of Legolas.
Now for wrath. Now
This
for
has a
ruin.
sword, doesn't he?
And the red dawn. Forth they are in there!
Brilliant.
Yes.
Amazing.
I love this so much.
And suddenly a bunch of horses turn from the back. You know? They were there too.
Whoa! Look at that. I remember when Gimli had to lag behind. You had to make sure he didn't die.
He did, yeah. He was very
Yeah.
killable back there, wasn't he?
Yes, he would die. Which was such an anticlimax.
Homes must be
There's a little fun fact. I'm sure we said this on the other stream when Gideon was on the back of the horse, but we had to rig him to Frodo's skeleton just so he could go on the horse. My point is, this is a lot of work. Didn't do anything.
It was a lot of
It's a choice, but the Dunlending is going to have an impact later. We don't know yet if there will be a later. I say this as much as possible when people ask these things, just in case there isn't any, so people are emotionally prepared for that. You know, and if there is a later, then I will not spoil it. I of course I have my ideas, but you know, I will not spoil anything. You will not hear anything about any potential later campaign until it happens.
It's not worth it, is it? You could spoil everything in 18 months, couldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you liked it. It's one of my favorite things as well. But it's even better. But would you liked it as much if I had told you before it was going to happen?
Yeah.
That's
Look, down here. And then Erkenbrand blows the horn.
Yes!
That makes me so happy. Yes.
Carl's little video there.
And here they come.
Thing as well. Yeah, I remember this. Like the first time, all the horses just died.
All died.
Everything died. Like, oh
All
no!
died.
Oh
We're at
no!
that point, yeah. How we were going to work this out.
How did Harry not take this into account?
Harry did. Harry didn't lose his horses. You did. Harry's horses lived.
That's great. Oh, I see. I lost all mine.
Mine were fine. They were having a great old time. There was this is an interesting bit because we had such a wide area over which to have a regard. I was terrified of having any more than we already did. But what I did, probably not noticed, but the hordes are all different hordes to what they were earlier. They're like edited versions where they're spread out over a much bigger space. Just
Really?
They don't sort of clump up. So yeah, if you look at them, rather than being like 5 in a block, they're like 8 spread over like a ridiculous space. So it looks
That's
like it's
awesome.
more full up. Otherwise, they just look like they fill up a tiny little area.
That's brilliant.
They look kind of weird.
That's pretty. Oh, I love that. I would have never noticed that, but my brain did, right? Like
If you'd spotted the little weird clumps, you know that looks odd.
yes, exactly. Oh, that's lovely. I had no idea. That's why I would like to watch these streams if I was someone who, you know, wasn't in the team. This is that kind of stuff that I want to know. I mean, I want to know it now, of course.
Random little changes, yeah.
Yeah. Like, how do you do things if you're so limited by what you can do? And you get punished so hard.
You work within the boundaries, yeah. Well, and we also do that thing where as you kill some hordes, they spawn off screen to fill it out, you know. So if at the beginning of this segment there's actually less guys out here than there is once Gandalf arrives, because it's like we have an opportunity to fill it up again, you know, when we can.
Oh, wonderful. I love that. I love this stuff.
All that strange little concessions you have to make. You gotta let the wildmen live, you know, generous.
Of course. You kill them? You can't kill them. That's what we've got. That's my author insert. You're not allowed to do that.
I know. Look at him.
He definitely gets killed when I do it.
Yeah, he's bald. Okay, that's nice, but that's not the point. I have hair right now. I grew it out. Okay. So you know, it's not great hair, but it's all.
Oh, here we go.
First of many endings.
Yes. Look at the Neil animation.
Didn't he like come back in and play again?
Is it every mission? Must be.
My excitement.
It must
My
be.
excitement when I realised these guys use Aragon's, whatever, skeleton or Faramir skeleton. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. I can see the natural progression of this. Like, if we do Return of the King campaign, you're like, you know what? For this cutscene, it'd be great if you could kneel. Could you rig him to that skeleton real quick so we can have him kneel? And I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Let's do it.
I guess. Let's do it.
Why the fuck not?
The music in this section too.
Oh,
This is from the book, by the way. Not all of it,
Here
but
we
like
fucking go.
quite a bit of this dialogue is from the book.
Hey.
And now you finally get to say it.
And now I finally get to look with the empty horses.
There's an empty horse. There's a horse, a riderless horse.
Riderless horse. I said that completely wrong.
And
it's Rohirrim. It's Aragorn's horse from the north, just like the books. Just like the books.
That's such a horse.
Thank you, Harry, for putting that in.
That horse, I remember that. Fucking costume changes in this. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Put him in his armor, take him out of his armor, put him in his Helm Sleep costume, take him out of it again, put him back in it again. It's like, oh, fuck me in the ass. Jesus.
Look at all the great company.
Looks good, though.
Look at him, look at all. Look at the entire, it's the entire Two Towers Heroes roster, pretty much, except for Frodo and Sam.
Basically. Yeah.
And Merry and Pippin. Oh, yeah. Well, he's off the Gondor.
New heroes, isn't it?
Remember the paths of the dead.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Yeah.
I
shortened it a tiny bit, but not much. This is mostly verbatim.
Oh.
I added a little thing in the end that's not in the book, but you couldn't even tell, could you?
Oh no, God no. God no. For all I knew, you wrote all this, you know.
Oh God, no. Well, okay, I'm gonna be real honest. When I transcribed all this, I was like, I don't think this is his best writing. I didn't think it was that great. I didn't really know. I thought it's like,
Hey, here we go. Everyone now shush.
Heresy. Sorry.
Go.
Oh my god, it's so great. When I saw that for the first time, I almost cried. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's fantastic. Because of course he would. Of course he would. He would ride with Aragorn.
Yeah, they knew each other, right? They were
Yes.
Yeah. And
the ending skip, that was so funny to me. It's like, right, we got the one ending, whatever. It's like, we had the done ending thing. It's like, okay, that has to come in before the other one, so I have to factor that in. Then I was just like, can I really please have this final thing? I was like, okay,
please
for a penny.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I want that toy, you know.
Look, a scout helmet right next to Gimli.
Yep. Anyway, I was gonna say, like, this is something that I don't like in the Two Towers film is when the elves show up and then it's implied they all die.
All die.
Like,
I assume they did. I don't know.
Single elf. Well, you have to assume because you don't see any.
After the scene where they go through the top gate out of the comb, you never see them again. They're shooting down. You can see them, but then after that, they're gone. They're just completely gone.
Yeah. I assume they're all dead. That's what I always thought. A bit sad.
So depressing. Like,
that was it.
Really.
After that, you don't see any more elves.
And run down. You know, like you see one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I looked. Yeah. No. I look. I look now to see if there's any more.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah, they're dead. This is very depressing for me. It's a bit much. I have like a couple there. I mean. Yeah.
I presume they're pretty good at what they do, so I assume some would live. If anybody else lived, you know.
I was going to say, like if the royal guards survived, a couple that you think like a 6,000-year-old warrior would probably also be alive. You know, yeah.
Ooh, look at that CGI on Pippin's hair. Oh dear.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Green screen. It's a bit better here. A bit.
That's always been a problem for me. Like if you have immortal elves, how can they lose? I mean, come on. Come on.
The one that runs at the spear. The one that runs at the spear.
Yeah, what are you doing, dude? You've been fighting these battles for literally millennia. What are you doing?
Yeah, a bit rusty, man.
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah, fighting against the orcs out of the Misty Mountains. You know,
yeah,
for thousands of years.
The other attack, but sure.
Fighting against Dol Guldur. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Especially when Legolas is doing backflips on Mumikil and.
It's true, and sliding.
Yeah, and he's young, relatively young for an elf.
Yeah. Born probably during the third age.
It's like a problem we have. You should have elves live long, but I wouldn't make them immortal because then you get in all kinds of problems. All kinds of
It's
problems.
a bit weird, doesn't it?
It's
Yeah.
hard. It's
How do
hard.
they process time? How does that work? How could Legolas give a shit about Aragorn? He's a fly. He's dead in
He's
like
a fly.
He's nothing. He dies in 100
true.
years.
It's
It
true. It's hard. Immortal creatures are hard. Yeah.
You got to do something.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
you got to do something to pass the ages.
Gotta have
you
some
know,
sort
you
of
may as
hobby.
well.
Some
His hobby's
pastime.
like full of blokes. You know,
Right.
follow these guys, see what they do.
All right. Give me just a sec. I will be
Yeah,
right
yeah.
back, and then we will do the final mission. I'm gonna reset the game really quick.
Mission.
If you want, you could maybe reset the stream as well if you'd be up for that.
I will do that right now. We will be back.
Yeah,
We will be
helpful-
back
helpful.
shortly. We will be back shortly, audience.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll add everyone in discussion again.
Yes, we will. Okay. Bye bye.